Hello everyone and welcome back to another session of Scratch programming. So let's see what exciting we are going to build today. So let's see the output first. We'll execute. Good morning. So yes, this is a simple story we are going to build today, how to create your own story. So in this session, we will see how to hide and show your characters in different scenes, how to change the backdrop and how to create a simple story of your own. So let's get started. But before that, I would like to tell you that create your own story. Your imagination is your superpower. No idea is wrong. So create your story and don't forget to comment which story are you building today. So let's get started. So this is the interface of Scratch. We don't want this sprite now. So we'll hide this and we'll choose the other sprite. Go to choose a sprite. You can choose your sprite of any choice, any of your choice. We'll choose Abby. We'll choose one more as Avery. So Avery is looking opposite side. So we'll see what costume Avery has. Select the Avery sprite. Go to costume tab. So Avery has two costumes. This is better. So we'll flip her horizontal so that she'll face to Abby. So here we have option as flip horizontal. Yes, now she is facing to Abby. Go back to the code and we'll choose a backdrop as school. So now the backdrop is white, plain white. So go to choose a backdrop, select, and we'll see where we have school backdrop. So here it is, school. Now we'll start the conversation between Abby and Avery. So when we are coding for Abby, make sure you're selecting Abby sprite. Whenever it's turn for Avery to speak, make sure you're selecting Avery. Okay, so it's turn for Abby now. Select Abby and Abby says go to the looks block and Abby says good morning Avery for 2 seconds. So after she finishes greeting Avery, Avery will say good morning Abby. Okay, so we'll add a flag. Go to events when flag clicked so that whenever we'll start execution, your code gets executed. Same for Abby. Add the instruction. Okay, so we'll execute and see. Now here what happens is both are greeting at once. So what we want is whenever first Abby finishes her talk and then Avery should start greeting her. Okay, so first Abby says good morning for 2 seconds. Okay, so she is talking for 2 seconds. So Avery should start after 2 seconds. Fine. So select the Avery and here at start we need to add the instruction as go to control block and we have wait statement. So why we need to add this wait? Because we want to start after Abby finishes her greeting. So Avery should wait for 2 seconds. Okay. Now actually there are two ways of doing this. We can do this using wait statement. Every time you need to calculate the seconds. Okay, how many seconds the character is speaking. So you should go on adding the seconds the way characters speak. The other way is using the broadcast message. We'll see that in another session. So in this session, we are going to use the simple method as wait. So we'll see if it is working fine. Abby is greeting and then Avery is greeting. Okay. So again, it's time for Abby to speak. So again, select the Abby sprite. So after Avery finishes, what Abby will say? So again, Abby should wait for how many seconds? 4. Okay. So Abby talks for 2 seconds. After that, Avery talks for 2 seconds. Okay. That is why Abby should start after 4 seconds. Wait for 4 seconds and Abby will say, it's Devin's birthday today. After she finishes, Avery will start. She should wait again for how many seconds? 4 plus 2 is 6. So what she says, what Avery says is, let's surprise him. So we'll see Abby, then Avery, Abby, and then again Avery. Okay. So this is how you communicate. Next, we'll see how they surprise the Devin. So we need one more character. Go to sprite. We'll see where is Devin. Here we have Devin. Okay. And we'll choose the backdrop as party. So here we have backdrop as party. Okay. Now here what happens is when you will execute, if the Devin is there, so we'll start the execution. Okay. So the problem here is when you start, the backdrop should be school, and we want only Avery and Abby to start the discussion first. Okay. So for that, what we need to do is Devin should appear only when the backdrop is party. Okay. Because when these both are discussing, Abby and Avery, we don't want this character as Devin. So how will you do that? Go to events, go to events, and we have instruction as when backdrop switches to. Okay. So we want Devin to appear when backdrop switches to party. We want him to show. So there are two instructions. In looks we have two instructions: show and hide. Okay. So when backdrop switches to party, we want to show Devin, and when the backdrop is school, again events, when backdrop switches to school, we want to hide him. Okay. We'll see as so we need to add the backdrop first. When go to Abby, whenever you start the execution, it should start with the backdrop as school. Okay. So here again in looks, go to looks and select as switch backdrop to school. Select school from this option. Why? Because when you start the execution, the Abby and Avery are discussing at school. So first backdrop should be school. So whenever you click the flag, the background should be of school. Fine. Again same we are applying for every. So when flag is clicked, it should start with school backdrop. From this, select school. We'll start. Okay. Now after they finish, she finishes the conversation, we need to switch the backdrop. We need to tell that after last talk is of every. So after every finishes, we need to change the backdrop. So switch backdrop to party. Oh. After she says, let's surprise him, we need to switch the backdrop as party. Okay. So select again for Abby. Okay. Now again, we need to wait while every talks as let's surprise him. Okay. So select Abby and switch backdrop to party. Okay, let's see. Here, backdrop is switching before every says let's surprise him. So what we'll do is we'll wait for every to complete her talk. So we'll wait. So in Abby tab, so Abby sprite, select wait for total how many seconds? 8 seconds. Okay. So we'll start. Okay, fine. So go on adding the seconds of each character. Okay, so backdrop should change only every finishes. So last talk is about for every. Every says let's surprise him. So she is talking after 6 seconds. So after 6 seconds she is talking for again 2 seconds. So total is 6 plus 2 is 8. So backdrop should change after 8 seconds. Fine. So after this, what they say is happy birthday. So we'll say happy birthday at once. Abby will say happy birthday. Every two will say happy birthday. Both are greeting at once. And then Devin will say thank you. Okay. Now when Devin will say thank you, we'll add Devin first and say thank you. We'll see what happens. Abby, every, then again Abby. Yes. Why didn't Abby say? Okay. So what Devin should do? He should wait for both to complete their talk. So again go to the control. So here we need to wait Devin for completing the conversation of Abby and Avery. So let them first wish as happy birthday and then Devin will say thank you. Okay. So this is a simple story animation, how you create your own story and how to change this. You can also, what you can do is, you can change the costume every time they speak. Okay. So here, from start to end, they are in the same costume. Okay. So when you change the costume, they will change their posture. So it looks more good. But the video gets too long if I go on doing that. So we'll see in next session, but you can try that. You already know how to change the costume, and let me know if you are doing the same. So this is for the session now. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next session. Bye.